Hi you guys, I just wanted to make a short video. It's kind of interesting. I'm with a couple people that are very special to me, and anyways, after this last week when I went into some stores and some restaurants and tried some different things like wearing masks, not wearing masks, and how I was treated so differently depending on whether I was being obedient and not questioning anything, just going on the broad path of life. Now, this really isn't about being rebellious. It's not about being ignorant or not caring about others. That is a tested, tried, and perfected technique that is used in order to control people, and fear is what is driving so many people today. And the people in the so-called top have been using conquering and divide techniques for a very long time, and also just trying to discredit people, and they have a lot of confusion in the world. So it's overstanding and understanding what's going on and what's been done in the past, and looking at what's being done now. And I think the big thing for me is being able to see through the smoke screen and knowing who you can and can't trust, and being able to question all things, stepping back and observing. You know, there was a time when it was not heard of that little children were taken from their moms and dads based on allegations, presumptions, assumptions, and hearsay. When I was growing up, you didn't hear about that anywhere. Today, it is a common norm, and people accept it. And people have been going on with their lives and doing their own things for a very long time, even though there are hundreds of thousands of kids in the system. And there's tens of thousands of moms and dads who have had their parental rights terminated without any trials, no juries by one's peers, all in these maritime jurisdiction type courts. You know, we've been going in as U.S. citizens, and, you know, under the 14th Amendment, being voluntary slaves. And so this really is a time to be questioning. And the people I'm with are in the store right now. I decided I did not want to go in. I don't want to be made to wear a mask. And so I'm pulling out of the system wherever I can. And so, you know, there's a person at the door, a woman she has her mask on. It says, remember your mask, wear your mask, and all that. They're not permitting people to come in. They're not allowing them to come in to their store without this, and this is going on all over the world. So this is deeper than just the surface of what we see. And so what those at the top have been doing is they are scaring people, and they're putting out false information. They're not having people question things. They're not showing who's shareholders in this, who has it patented, why were they even trying to create, you know, different types of viruses. And, you know, it's a war that's going on. And so it's basically the masked people against the non-masked people is what they want, and the pro-vaccine people against the anti-vaccine people, and the Republicans against the Democrats, and you can just continue on down the road. So-called whites against so-called blacks, so-called Christians against so-called Muslims. Every area has been divided. You know, what country that you say that you live in, you know, the borders that have been put up. This is all really about polarities and dividing people based on form, and that is not who we are. We are formless. We are pure awareness in our truest form, in our truest nature. So what I want to say is, you know, this is not just about the mask and you know, having that symbolism about, you know, being enslaved, having no voice, being silenced, which many people have. And so that takes me back to, who are you going to trust and put your faith in? Because there's many people who have been silenced, and those who had nothing to gain by speaking and sharing, because they know we're all in this together, those are the people that I'm going to listen to, not those who are silencing people and censoring and discriminating against people having their own voice, and then just trying to push things through and make it seem as though they care about our families, because it's those very same people who have been dividing our families for a very, very, very long time in many different situations. So-called blacks in slavery. You have so-called Native Americans being put on the reservations. You know, so-called whites who have been used in different ways. And we are all truly a people. You know, that is who we are. We are here, and we are here for something greater than what is going on. So it's time to really transcend what has been binding us and holding us. And you know, the vaccines, the shareholders in that, and, you know, they're going to continue with the problem, reaction, solution. They're going to do what they can to make sure that the problem then leads to a reaction, and then people are going to be reaching out for a solution. Please give us the solution. Please help us. Please, everything outside of us. Searching outside, never going within, and being connected with all that is, with source. And so that's truly what it means to be a very divine spirit. I don't know how to say that. I don't know why I said it like that, but for myself, I'm a divine spirit. This is who I am. And I'm speaking to all of you. You guys are divine spirits as well. And sometimes we're going to trip on our words like I just did, a divine spirit. Well, that's what I am. And, you know, it's okay because I'm speaking and you guys need to speak too. This is not the time to be quiet. This is not the time to be in chaos or in division or in strife. We want to remain in honor and in integrity, and we do so by standing firmly on our square and, you know, having wisdom and having compassion and moving from the open heart space. So I just wanted to come on here and talk to you guys because for those who continue to walk on the broad path and decide to go along with what everyone's doing and saying and not questioning anything, it is a lot easier. It doesn't feel uncomfortable because you can pretty much do what you've been doing. And that's what people have been doing for a very long time. That's why families are being separated, because people can just go along in their lives being busy and being caught up in things and on autopilot. Our subconscious is driving the show, you know, our egos are. So right now, you know, it's time for us to be in the queen or kingship position, because that's what we came here to be. We're not here to be pawns. We're here as kings and queens to shine our lights and to just emanate love from within and to transcend this darkness that is, you know, coming in, surfacing within all of us and around us, but we don't have to be attached to that anymore. We can let it go, give it back to source, transmute it into something beautiful. We aren't bound. So you guys, let's break free from these invisible chains and let's come together and unite, because there's a lot more that is ahead. And so it's speak now or forever hold your peace. And that peace is not the kind of peace that we've been wanting for our lives and our families. It's like opposite day or the twilight zone. It is a peace that is called peace when it's anything but. Okay, so we really do have to wake up at this time, each one of us. And I love you guys. So if you're deciding to come out of the system more and more and to stand in your own sovereignty within you, you know, right on. And if you feel like that's not what you want to do, and there's times when you feel like, okay, I gotta put this mask on, or I'm choosing to so that I can have this conversation, or I'm being led to go here, or you feel like you need something, you know, it doesn't mean that all is lost. You know, we're doing this as we go, you know, living in the present moment, doing the best we can under the circumstances. So don't beat yourself up, you know, be patient with yourself, but always be aware and be a conscious creator and co-creator. I love you guys, and now is the time to shine. So I'm here with you all. Namaste to you.